All right, so there's some discourse going on about the one drop rule right now on Twitter, and I just wanted to talk about it. And I've been talking about colorism my entire life, and one drop rule always came up. I did a lot of research and reading up on it. The one drop rule is essentially that if you are one drop of black, if you had a great grandparent that was black, you are black. It don't matter how mixed up you are. It don't matter how white you are. It doesn't matter how white you look. You are black. It was a way to keep you in your place. It was like, oh, you think you like us, but you're not. You're not really us. You still with them. You the Negras over there. That's what the one drop rule is. But because of the way our society has changed and how things have happened, you get light-skinned privilege and you get white privilege. And the only reason this is being talked about is because apparently Patrick Mahomes, I guess somebody said that Patrick Mahomes said that his daughter is still black, even though she looks like a white baby. He's that like the baby's, and Patrick Mahomes himself is half black. His wife is white. So that would mean his baby about a quarter black, right? And even then, if he's black, more than likely, whatever black parent he had wasn't 100% black, because if they were African American, you know what happened to us. The baby came out looking not black at all. Let's just be honest. The baby don't look black, because what we've essentially moved on to is if you look white, you are white because you get white privilege. White privilege is a real thing, just like light-skinned privilege is a real thing. People will treat you better if you're lighter. People will treat you way better if you are white. It doesn't matter that the little girl dad is black. If she looks white, more than likely, people are just going to see her as white. And now it's up to her when she gets older to whatever she feels, how she feels. Because there's some mixed black people who be like, I'm mixed, I'm biracial. They say that. There's some black people who be like, I'm just black. There's some black people that say it don't matter. They'll go by the one drop rule and essentially that thing. And a lot of black people who are mixed, some of them will go by their experience. If they've been treated black their entire life, more than likely they feel like they're black and they are black. Whereas there are some black people who have not had that experience, who look more white or more light, and they might consider themselves a certain way. Or they are trying to get away from their blackness, so they're like, I'm mixed, or they'll just flat out don't tell anybody that they have black, whatever. I'm saying black ancestry or African ancestry as is. But yeah, I really don't care. Ultimately, it's up to the person when they get older to identify with whatever it is they want to identify with. However, the one thing we cannot escape and we have never been able to escape is simply if you look white, white people will treat you white. And you will have that privilege. And it's not your fault. It's on them and how they treat people and how they built the society. It's not your fault. However, it is on you on how you react to it, how you cope with it. Because again, there are black people who go, well, I'm going to take this privilege and not do nothing with it. And then there are black people who have, or who look white, who have dark-skinned brothers and sisters who use that privilege for the people around them because they know and they've seen it. Everybody treats them different than they treat their dark-skinned brothers, cousins, that type of deal. It's on you as a biracial or mixed or however you want to call yourself on how you treat the situation. Because me, if I see that you benefit from white privilege and you're never black until it benefits you, then I'm going to call you white. You are fucking white. You only want to be black when it's cool. You never want to be black when it's time to show a motherfucker something, right? You never to speak up. You're never black when that happens. That's just the way I look at it. If you're only black when it benefits you, you white, or you're mixed or whatever else. You are not. It's like a lot of times when you talk to like Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, I did a skit on this, or like Afro-Latinos, they're not black until they get a benefit from it. They'll say the N-word or something. Like, and saying the N-word, I don't see how that's even a benefit. But like, they'll say the N-word and somebody who's like me, why are you saying the N-word if you're not black? Well, I'm black. No, you're not. You said you're not black. You said you're Dominican. And I understand why they say it, because they associate black with American, but black in general is literally just African race. It's not, or African race. It's black people with darker skin tones. That's what it is. And they associated with just being Black American, whereas Black Americans see everybody who has African ancestry as Black, period. So if you see yourself as having African ancestry, you need to say that. But anyway, that's just the way I see it. I don't know how else other people see it, but that's the best way I can explain it. It's if you have a better explanation, fucking tell me. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I really do believe, at least from my perspective, if you have African ancestry, but you look white, you got the blonde hair, blue eyes, or your hair straight, your nose, your lips, you just look white, and like you're white passing, or you look white. I know that apparently those are two different things. For some people, for me, it's the same thing. If you white passing, even though we can pick it up, even though Black people be like, we know that you're Black, you look like you're Black, you got that golden skin. We know there's just something about your face that says Negro. But anyway, if you look Black, if you look Black, they treat you like you're Black. If you look white, they treat you like you're white. It is on you as a person to define what your racial identity is, even though race is not even a real thing, it's a social construct. It is on you. It is on you. And I'll be the first one to call you out if you're just using that one Black great-great-grandparent as a way to benefit. Like if reparations happens, I always do this. If reparations happens, watch. First of all, pay attention to all the people who are saying that they're not Black, that they're mixed, they're blank, 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 blank. And they completely ignore their Black side. But let's say the United States government decided to get their shit together and say, you know what? We're going to give reparations in whatever form this is to the descendants of slaves in this country. Look at all the people who said they're not Black. Jump in that line. That's what I'm talking about. That's the snake shit we talking about. And a lot of them are snakes like that. So we just say, you're white. Like, you're white, you're not Black, or you're not with us. Go the fuck away. All right, guys.